Alright, let's get this over with. I have the rest of eternity to wander pointlessly.
This video is sponsored by my Discord server. Join link is in the description, and the first 500 members get an exclusive role upon joining. Hello there, Slayer of Gods here. That was cringe. Today I'll be showcasing Cosmic Ghost Rider soloing the entirety of the Cavalier event quest completion, and without reading any nodes or using any items. If you think this is at all impressive, feel free to gently press that like button. It didn't do anything to you. Thank you. So I usually accomplish this every month, and I decided to record this time because I realized a lot of people just don't really understand how fast and widely effective Cosmic Ghost Rider is for quest content. And I've posted about me being able to do this before, but I never really got around to making the video. I think we've all seen the list of videos that I haven't made yet that I promised like 10 months to like a year ago, so... Anyways, FYI, my CGR is rank 3 right now, not rank 4. He's actually about to go to rank 4, I just need some more, tier whatever. The special sauce stuff that they released. Anyways, I end up soloing the Valkyrie and Gore bosses without knowing or understanding virtually like any of their abilities as well. I know, spoiler. And like I said, I don't really know any of the nodes. I'm literally winging this entire thing. When I do come to realize what nodes are active in a fight, there'll be a little pop-up at the bottom of the screen. I'll also be trying to figure out what the class node of each quest is, so you can see how that turns out as we go along. Spoiler alert, it doesn't really go well. So you see I'm using Cosmic Ghost Rider with the Ouchie Masteries. I almost always run these. I only take them off when I absolutely have to for a fight like Grandmaster or something. And they're kind of underrated on CGR when you have Nick Fury on your team with the Restoration Kit Synergy active. And for that we have the newly buffed Deadpool X-Force. I almost always run these three together, so the other two in the team can be swapped for whatever I specifically need in that quest, which, like I said, I don't exactly know what I need here because I don't read the nodes. So for the other two guys we brought along in this quest, at least Night Thrasher for the 35% increased armor break duration, and Punisher 2099 to power drain and lock the opponent just in case they do reach a special 3, kind of just as a precautionary measure, a safety net as you will. We do alternate other champions for them in this little journey we have though. For example, Heimdall for his cheat death synergy, Mojo for the additional combat power rate to make rotations a little more comfortable and smooth, and Magneto House of X for his pre-fight passive stun support. When I actually know what nodes I'm fighting, I can go less for safety champs and more for damage stuff, like Professor X to pair with Night Thrasher so I can pause buffs while striking. That's very OP with the power gain buff especially. Sometimes I bring Guardian for additional block proficiency. I'll bring in Odin and Ghost Rider for additional buff duration and faster rotations. So those are some other champs I use, but for the purposes of this video, I really cycle between the ones that I mentioned before. So you're gonna kind of see my strategy, or honestly just lack thereof, as we go along, and I'll try to call out little things. I'm not really going to talk the entire video, because I doubt anyone wants to hear me for over... I don't know how long you guys can tolerate me, but yeah, whenever something interesting happens, I'll pop in, and I'll say something about it. I assume I'm still editing this, like none of this is scripted, so... yeah, bear with me I guess. I didn't plan the quests, and I certainly did not plan this video. As you saw there, I got a little achievement at the bottom of the screen that showed that I had absolutely no clue what the class node of the quest was. In fact, I still don't know, so if someone could tell me which one that was, that would be very awesome. Thank you. And if Big Kid Scotty could finally tell me where exactly the restroom is, that would be cool as well. Anyway, we rambled on that entire time about synergies, and we already cleared an entire lane and are currently fighting the boss. He has a pilfer node apparently, and his power gain was a little intense. I wasn't sure what was triggering certain things because I didn't read the nodes. And along with that, he had some energy resistance, which I didn't even notice until I launched the special 2. It's kind of scary to think my run could have simply ended right here. Then I remember I have Punisher 2099 on my team, so I decide to full send it with the special 2, and luckily it works out. It power drains him, and the special 2 does some pretty nice damage. And then we're able to finish it off with the combo. Luckily it crits, otherwise I really could have been dead right there. So I won. Listen, I won. It was not by any means a great fight, but I won. So, and I definitely could have slow played it better. I could have not rushed the fight. I definitely didn't have to throw that special 2 right then. But it doesn't matter because I'm alive and the opponent is not. And that's like the end objective of the game, right? So now we're on to Chapter 1, Quest 2. We're actually going to go ahead and we're going to swap out Night Thrasher for Mojo just to make the rotation a bit easier to do with the combat power rate. Kind of figuring out that armor break duration when opponents are dying so quickly isn't really that helpful right now, but it definitely will be later. So now we are starting on the second quest. We have a Mr. Sinister we can take down with CGR. Always a pretty fun fight. I love reducing that regeneration and squashing him with the Despair Mastery. But we realize pretty soon in that we're on a recharge pass, so that makes this even better. We can just hold block, gain special 2s, and it's very much a blessing for matchups where CGR just isn't good, like evade matchups you're about to see. So that's pretty fun, and we finish off a really nice, satisfying special 1 here. I think a lot of people just underestimate how cool the special 1 unblockable really is. Like, they can just hold block there and you can just rinse right through it. Actually, in hindsight, I don't really know how Mr. Sinister didn't block that, but that's interesting. So now we have Wasp. So yeah, evade matchups aren't very fun for CGR, but luckily Wasp can actually temporarily shut down her own evades, so we just get that power gain buff in real quick, so we can gain power a little bit quicker. And then yeah, we just parry, launch the special 2, and she's almost dead. If that last hit crit, she would be, but there we go. Finish off with a heavy, easy fight. You'd think that would be pretty problematic for CGR, but in the right situation, no. We have Vision next. I don't really have anything else to say about this fight. Just yeah, just block and throw special 2s. I mean, you'll see that happens to Spider-Man coming up too. Just block, you know, throw heavies every once in a while for fun, I guess, because you can't really gain power from them. And yeah, don't gain too much power. I mean, a special 3 can't hurt anyway, but hey, it just prolongs the fight, and we're trying to get this done very fast. Which, luckily, that's CGR's specialty in the game, just getting fights done very fast, faster than a lot of champions. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else to say about this path. Just hold block, special 2. And yeah, I don't know if all the paths have recharge on them. In fact, I'll tell you right now, I never figured out what class node this quest was, so yeah. That kind of just shows the thoughtlessness I can have with a champion like CGR. You know, just the dopamine, special 2 damage, and do nothing else. Don't even read nodes. Don't play the game as you're supposed to play it. I don't know. Some people might watch this or might have already clicked off at this point and they're like, oh, this isn't that impressive. But I mean, it's cool that there's champions in the game where you can just go through content and not have to worry about reading nodes or paying attention to anything, and you can just rinse right through it. Like, I think that's pretty sick, right? And I know there's other champions that can do stuff like that. Obviously Kitty probably can, Hercules, you know, the really OP champs, Ghost. But I don't know, like, I feel like people just underrate how quick CGR is, and especially with this signature ability, you're gonna see it come into play a lot in this this run. just how dominant that is, because I rarely use Tech and Mystic champs over CGR, because with his armor breaks and his damnation debuff, he heal blocks, and with the damnation debuff, he also fate seals. So there you go, I got buff control and I have regeneration counter. So to me, Cosmic Ghost Rider, he's not just a good Cosmic champion, he's a great Mystic champion, he's a great Tech champion, because for a lot of the time he covers for mine. I rarely bring my Warlock these days. I don't bring my Claire, I don't bring my Doom, you know, my Guardian, my Omega Sentinel that I want. You know, I don't I don't bring them the quests, because, you know, why would I when I can just use CGR? So there you go, there's another quest where we had no idea what the class node was and it didn't matter. So we have a Loki boss. I'm gonna be honest, I'm so far in editing now, I don't even remember how this fight went or what nodes. Oh, okay, there's power gain. Cool. So he has increased power gain or something. I have increased power gain. It's a power gain fight. That's great for CGR, giving CGR more special attacks. Yeah, that's a great idea. So, luckily he throws out special 2 really easily, doesn't make me dex or anything. Even if he did, I think I would have closed this fight out anyway, so it doesn't matter, easy fight. I think this is the easiest boss that we fought. I say think because I don't remember. And yeah, that's quest 2 of chapter 1 down, so now we can move on to chapter 2. So we are in chapter 2, quest 1 now. We have the Hela boss. We're actually going to be swapping out Punisher 2099 for Heimdall instead. I just felt that Heimdall had a little bit more use than Punisher 2099, except for power gain matchups, simply because Cosmic Ghost Rider can extend the duration of the indestructible and unstoppable buffs, and I feel like it's a bit more useful instead of just power draining the opponent to just not die. Punisher 2099 synergy is still very useful, especially for power gain fights, but I just felt that in this instance that yeah, we'd be better off going with Heimdall, especially when I literally have no idea what the nodes are. So with that fight we just did, I thought at first it was just like a limber node or some kind of stun duration decrease node, but then I realized my damnation and my armor breaks were not lasting as long, so it's pretty clear that this is some type of debuff duration decrease node, which obviously isn't, you know, great for CGR, but it does reset his cycle a bit faster, so I think it's a bit better, because, like I said, his cycle resets, and that happens in the middle of his special 2, so he's actually able to get off quite a bit of damage on the last 3 hits, which is pretty cool. Other than that, though, I don't really have anything else to say about this path. Honestly, it's just decreased debuff duration, and as you can expect, we just rinse right through it, so I'm just gonna let it play, and then I'm gonna talk when the boss comes up. So now we are at the final boss. Never realized what the quest node was, the class node obviously. So yeah, we got hella, no idea what the nodes are, but I'm pretty sure that CGR's damnation is going to come in clutch here. And then yeah, we realized that we're faltering. I still don't know exactly what was triggering the falter, but we proc vigilance here. In hindsight, I maybe could have procced it a bit later just so it lasted longer, and I could have gotten more use out of it, but we get the special 2 off. And yeah, we nullify some buffs or something. I don't know, we're just going right through her. I mean, we're dealing a lot of damage here. And I don't know, CGR is pretty fun against Hela. And ooh, yeah, it's like a really big hit there. But luckily I brought Heimdall, so we're fine. And then I realized whenever I hit her, or like strike her, make contact while I'm faltered, I take some damage, so that's fun. But yeah, we finish off with a special 2 here, and the damnation debuff actually finishes her, and it nullified her indestructible, so that's a fun interaction. And yeah, that's the Hela boss down. Not really that bad. I got hit, I slipped up a bit, but we're fine. And even if she did knock us all the way down, we still had Heimdall in the team, so I have no doubt that that fight wasn't bad at all. But I do want to explain this part a bit. So you can see that we already have quest 4 done, and I was a bit earlier into editing all this when I was getting all the clips, and I noticed that I just didn't have any footage of this quest. Listen, like, I did the whole thing without spending items, without reading nodes, without dying. I don't know, just if you don't want to believe that, even though I've been talking about the fact that I've been doing this for months, that's fine. But there's plenty of times with the other creators where they accomplish something in the game and they lose footage of it and they redo it, and it's perfectly fine, it's perfectly acceptable. And yeah, honestly, I play worse in the video you're seeing than I actually did when I was going through it the first time. I have a lot less health at the end of this path than I originally did. And if I'm being completely honest here, if I did die and I wanted to redo this quest and make it look like that I completed it my first time, right, then I wouldn't have beaten the Man-Gog Boss and completed the quest, right? I would have just quit out and redone it. Yeah, I think that kind of just proves where I'm at with that. And then here's where I realized my special 1 damage is actually decreased and my special 2 damage is increased. But yeah, I think just the fact that the quest is literally already complete, I think that kind of proves what I'm saying, right? But if you don't want to believe it, I understand, that's fine. It doesn't really matter to me anyway. I redid the quest and I'm still making this video because I just wanted to show what's possible, right? I wanted to show what CGR is able to accomplish. It's not really as much of like an impressive feat to show off if you don't want to think about it like that. It's more of just showcasing what CGR is capable of when you do the bare minimum to understand any of the quest. So yeah, I just wanted to explain my thought process with that, and just kind of explain why you're suddenly seeing me do a quest that I already completed. It does really suck that I lost the recording somehow. Like, maybe I didn't record it, because I did record each quest individually, but I could have swore I recorded the Man-Gog one because I was so proud of this solo, and it was gone. So I don't know, I'm still, you know, it's my second time of doing the same path, and I could have gone with a different path, but I kind of just wanted to go about it the same way I did before, with the same amount of knowledge. And to be honest, I really didn't figure out much that definitively would have made this path easier. But you see there I actually get hit, and yeah, I finished this quest the first time with like 90% health, The path, I mean, I finished the path with about 90% health, but here I get hit, I take poison damage from biohazard, it's not fun, and I think I get hit in this next fight as well, spoiler alert. Yeah, I hope you understand, hope this doesn't make the run any less valid, and yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything else to say about this path. I mean, we're almost at the end of it, but just special twos and don't hit their block because you're gonna get poisoned because biohazard. I think I'm just gonna let it play up until we get to the Man-Gog Boss, which is terrifying, by the way. Probably my favorite fight that I did here, honestly, maybe except Valkyrie. I feel like that one was a lot of fun, you'll see. And yeah, we get hit right there, not fun. Yeah, I'll see you in a few, I guess. A few minutes, a few seconds, I don't know. Probably seconds, because, you know, CGR. And there we go, another quest where we never figured out what the class node was. Just never paid attention to it. I mean, I can guess, like maybe it was mutant or something. I don't know. Maybe tech actually. Yeah, I don't know. But we got Man-Gog here, alright, and this is freaking scary. So I noticed pretty early on, like, oh, this is Power Shield. I know I already did this fight, but I'm kind of replaying what happened, in a sense. So I'm like, oh, there's Power Shield, he goes unstoppable. I don't think Special 2s back-to-back are really going to cut it for this. He has Aggression Prowess, apparently, which, not fun on Man-Gog. So yeah, we're trying to just build up to a Special 3 here, trying not to get hit by any of his specials, trying to bait his specials. His unstoppable is very annoying because he seems to go stun immune, and yeah, he's staggering me now, so now I don't want to throw to Special 3, simply because he's going to stagger the Fury, and that's going to ruin my rotation, so now I have to wait in the corner now, which really scary, and now we can just, yep, get rid of those staggers by using Dexterity, which, whoa, we're using Dexterity with CGR? Yeah. Yeah, for this rotation, you do want to use Dexterity so you can gain more judgments. And this does a pretty decent amount of damage. I believe we can just not intercept, but just dash in right there. And yeah, kind of wait out his damnation debuff there. We end up getting hit with that unstoppable when I thought the damnation was going to nullify it, so that is rather unfortunate. But we get off a really nice Special 2, does a great amount of damage, but the last hit, of course, it doesn't crit, and I thought it was going to, so I left my guard down, and I got hit by Special 1, and I could have died right there. He could have staggered my indestructible buff, and I could have been a goner. That could have ruined the whole thing, you know? Luckily, we're able to get this Special 1 off right before the Unstoppable kicks in, and the Incinerates take him down to 0% health, so we end up winning. This was a lot sloppier than my first run through this quest. And yeah, I think that just goes to show how reckless you can be, I guess. I don't know. CGR versus Man-Gog. Not a terrible fight, purely because you can use the damnation to your advantage and really get rid of his unstoppable and whatnot. But yeah, definitely a scary fight. I really almost lost that. So now we are on to Chapter 3, Quest 1, aka Quest 5, I guess. We're on the Valkyrie Boss. I think we're actually going to swap out Punisher 2099 for, I forgot, Magneto. Yeah, Magneto, because we don't know if she, as a skill champion, has some kind of purify ability with her stuns, and I'd rather not figure out the hard way if she has like tenacity or something like that. So, yeah, just more of a precautionary measure. Yeah, nothing too special about this quest. I think I noticed later on that there's explosive personality, but for some reason it doesn't seem to trigger at certain times, and he has some type of unstoppable node that we can just time our specials with to nullify, or rather fate seal. So nothing too scary in this path, so I think I'm just gonna let this quest play out, and then I'll talk to you when we get the boss. I'll see you then. I will say, while we're doing this fight though, I really do enjoy Cosmic Ghost Rider versus Vision Arcus. I feel like that's a pretty fun match, especially when he doesn't actually use his tenacity to shrug off the damnation. It's just cool to kind of close off that cold snap debuff. And, you know, when I'm running Nick Fury and Punisher 2099 on my team, he gets that synergy where, you know, the first time you would be incinerated or cold snapped or shocked, I believe, you become like debuff immune for a certain amount of time. So even if he were to cold snap me, if I brought that synergy, it wouldn't have actually done anything to me, and I could have just nullified his power gains to stop that. But he's a pretty good Vision Arcus counter, and I kind of just wanted to point out how, you know, just another use of his signature ability, right? But anyways, I'll shut up again and I'll see you at the boss. Alright, ladies, gentlemen, and my non-binary friends, we are at the Valkyrie Boss, which is... you'll see. Luckily we did not forget to activate Magneto House of X's pre-fight because I still don't know if she has some sort of stun purify ability, and I would rather not figure out the hard way, but right out the bat we notice she has some kind of armor break when she makes contact with us, I assume. And yeah, then we figure out she has root, which it's not a great way to figure out she has root, and that is not a great way to figure out she has evade, and this is not a great way to intercept her. So this is not looking good at all, because we're already losing half our health and she barely lost any health. So yeah, in terms of math and just fight strategy, that's not great. But if you know the premise of the video, then we do survive this, right? So we decided to throw a special 2 here, thinking it's gonna finish her, but I greatly overestimated the damage of Cosmic Ghost Strider for once, and we get hit by a special 3, and it doesn't kill us because we have Heimdall. This weird bug occurs with the slow motion, and she hits us. I realize my unstoppable buff is increased because of Cosmic Ghost Strider's abilities, so we just throw a heavy right in her face after we goaded her into attacking us. So that was a really nice finish that I put in slow motion for you guys. Hope you appreciated that. That was a pretty fun fight though. I really liked that. Very scary. I wish I had audio of myself when I was actually playing that because I was screaming. But yeah, next up we have the Chapter 3, Quest 2, aka Quest 6 against Gore. We're swapping out Magneto, House of X for Punisher 2099 because I'm entirely not sure if Gore has some type of power gain mechanic where he's going to reach a special 3, because Cosmics, they kind of do have some power gain abilities. I mean, look at Hyperion, Vision Arcus, CGR, right? And I definitely didn't want to figure out by getting a special 3 thrown in my face. So we have Heimdall and we have Punisher 2099 just for the safety. Because yeah, it would really suck if we made it all this way just to lose on the final quest. So yeah, just a bit of safety there. And there's nothing too special about this quest. This fight really takes a long time with Sorcerer Supreme. I don't really have much else to say right now about it. Just special 2s, and there's some type of pilfer node, and just watch out for that, I guess. So I'll see you guys when I have something else to say or when we get to the boss. So, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I don't know anything about Captain Britain, and like how to fight her, and apparently how to intercept. And I think you're gonna see that play out in this fight a couple times. She's apparently exhausting us, so our crit damage is severely gimped. And I also have no idea what her special 1 animation is, which you're about to see me not even capitalize on it. Or was it her special 2? I don't remember, but I remember she throws a special attack and I just don't attack after because I don't know what the last hit is. But we throw another special 2 and I think that pretty much closes out the fight for us. We just bait this special 2 and do not punish it at all because I don't know what her special 2 does, and we get a nice intercept right there. And yeah, we finish it off, but I don't know, I thought that was kind of funny. Ghost next, CGR food, I guess, and yeah, I'll see you guys at the final core boss. Alright, and that is the 6th and final quest where I did not know what the class node was. Kind of showing that they don't matter, or maybe CGR's that good. I honestly don't know because, like I said, I don't know what the class nodes are, so I don't even know. Maybe there aren't class nodes, honestly. Maybe I've just been going crazy this entire time and there's not even any class nodes and they removed it, and I've been complaining about it this whole time. Not even complaining, just like talking about it. I get hit by heavy there because I don't know his animations, and yeah, kind of scary, kind of a scary fight, just a little bit. I realized I got poisoned there. I was like, oh shit, like, is he just gonna poison the crap out of me? Is that his thing? I nullified his buffs. I didn't know if that was a good thing. Luckily, I knocked him down and it seemed to remove the poison debuff on myself. I noticed he's got some little passive shock looking thing on him, and sure enough I get shocked. I'm like, oh, okay, well, who cares? He's dead, so yeah, there we go. That's Cosmic Ghost Rider soloing the entirety of Cavalier Event Quest completion. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. I have no doubt I could maybe solo most of it, like most of Exploration with Cosmic Ghost Rider. There's some problematic fights that he can't do, but I feel like for the most part he could just carry most of it. I might stream that, maybe. I don't know. If you guys, let me know if you guys want to see that. Maybe I could try to solo all of it with CGR. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, that's basically it. Did the whole quest, pretty fun. The whole thing, I don't know. I like I said, this isn't really surprising to me anymore because I've done this the last few months. Not every month, but most months I was able to accomplish this. And yeah, I hope it's just a testament to one of the strongest champions in the game. Not like he really needed more love, but I mean, I love the character, so, and that's why my channel exists. Yeah, if you enjoyed the video, or if it helps you out at all, if it was funny somehow, I would greatly appreciate it if you gently press that like button. It didn't do anything to you. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have an absolutely outstanding day. Take care, and farewell.